Hey y'all, Chuck here. Hey, it's time for another weekly viewer question and answer. Sorry it's been a while since I've done the last one. We've been kind of busy since we got back from Karat, especially with the flooding going on. You can see the water's still a little high here on the Mekong where we're at.
Everything you said they already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know. 2 of those special atomic bombs haven't gone off.
Water's usually about 10 meters down below that, so it's up pretty high. It looks like it's down a little bit more than it was yesterday, but we have about a 40% chance of rain all this week that I know of. I don't know beyond that, but there is still a lot of flooding going on. I'm gonna try to get y'all some more footage of that. The problem is there are some areas here in Top Phnom where we live that are flooded. But I can't get to them because of the damn soy dogs, so I'm gonna have to try to figure something else out. I don't feel like getting in the truck and driving out there, so I might try a moped today. But anyway. Well, here it is today. It actually looks like it's flowing faster, but to me the water's a little bit lower than it was yesterday. What do you think? I think it was lower, so we didn't really get any rain today. There was a 40% chance. Of course, the day's not over. It's only 2 o'clock, but yeah, I don't see it flooding right here. Now a little bit further that way, it's supposed to be flooding. The news I keep seeing on the news, and my mother-in-law, my father-in-law keeps telling me that it's flooding right here, but I don't see it. This is my friend's garden. It got totally wiped out. This whole road was flooded yesterday, and now it's flooded out. And now it's gone down. But this whole area right here, that's her. Actually, that's the back part of her. I can't get to it. It's all underwater over there. But that's where she has. A tomato farm, and that's where she makes a living during the year, and it's gone. So but I couldn't get back here because there's too many soy dogs back here, so I borrowed my my mother-in-law's moped, and yeah, no problem. I'll try to get back here anyway. Back here are a lot of, most of these people are Lao that live back here. They're farmers, work on these farms, have all kind of stuff. These are beans, grapes, but all that back there is wet. It was underwater. Actually, those are beans. Wiped out. there's not much. I've inquired to try to see what I can do to volunteer to help. It's very difficult to get the right kind of information right now. Only thing I can do is there's a lot of people here that are doing charity stuff, mostly donations. A friend of ours who's a high-ranking teacher, we gave $500 to help support their effort. What they're doing is they're making box lunches and they're sending them all over to us. Sakonnakom is underwater right now, probably will be for the next 3 days. So there's a lot of stuff happening over there. But anyway, just I want to try to give y'all another update on that. As you can see, business as usual. Anyway, let me get to some questions here that I have. First question is from Gordon Annison. Do you need a work visa to do vlogs, and do I pay taxes on the money that I earn? You do not need a visa. Now, I've inquired about this actually through immigration, and there is no title, no description for doing something like that. That's not something that's taken away any job from a Thai person. If anything, my vlogs probably help a small portion anyway. I would hope that there's a lot of negative vloggers out there about Thailand. You gotta worry about being too, you don't want to do any kind of defamation when you're doing your vlogging about certain people. You got to be careful about that, especially if you live in Thailand. But a lot of the negativity hopefully doesn't cause problems with us vloggers here in Thailand. That's kind of off the subject, but as far as paying taxes in the United States, where I have to tell the IRS every year what I'm doing. Yeah, if you have over $10,000 in a bank account here, you have to file taxes, whether you make money or not. I make $74 a month on YouTube, so I don't quite make the threshold of actually paying taxes to the United States. If my YouTube channel was a business, I'd probably be about 200% negative a month making these videos. It's just my hobby, but either way, I still have to submit whatever I make. If it ever got to a point to where it was meeting the threshold, then I would just create a business and pretty much show that you don't really make any money doing this stuff anyway. So no, you don't need a visa to vlog as of right now. Wet Love 4 asked, he doesn't understand the tax credit. He's talking about the VAT tax credit. He never paid anything like that he knows of. I did a video not too long ago showing Big C had to sign up for VAT tax credits, and wanted to give you all a little bit of information about that. Basically, you wouldn't see that on a receipt because they don't put like tax. It's not really a specific, they don't put it on there, this much tax. It is a 7% tax, added value tax, that's added to goods here in Thailand, mostly at markets. I mean, not markets, but you know, on shopping centers, stuff like that. And the local markets where you're paying cash, forget it, you know, unless you can get a receipt. But basically the rules are, they're all over the internet on how to claim VAT tax as a tourist. But the basic rules is, for one, you have to have a tourist visa. You have to show that you're leaving Thailand in less than 60 days. It has to be over 5,000 baht worth of goods, and it has to be something that you're actually taking out of Thailand, not money that you've spent in Thailand. If you look at some of the stores and they have this sign and you purchase something over 5,000 baht, you can apply for immediate refund at that time. If not, you can go, as you're checking out an immigration, you can go to the revenue officer and show him your stuff and get the refund there, or you can mail it in. Whatever's convenient for you, but you can get all this information on the internet about that if that's something that, if you're going to make a big purchase, you know, it's worth it to get the 7% tax back. Let's see. Mr. Tin Man 69 asked what kind of roof access do we have in our house, and it might be a nice place for a garden. I've inquired about this before we moved to here about that, because they have no yard at all in my in-laws place. So I just bought a bunch of pots and made a little couple of little potted plants. But the roof access, no. The roof is got, it's just rocks on the top, so it's not enough to support any kind of structure or anything like that. Anyway, her dad frowned upon it, so that was the end of that conversation. I don't want to push it, but they do own a lot of land, and that might be something in the future that I might consider doing. It right now, no. It's not really on my mind at the moment. Doug Bergman asked, where do I get these funky shirts? Oh, and Maudib223 said from the 80s. That was pretty funny, actually. But I remember the 80s. I wore parachute pants and concert shirts and bandanas. I didn't wear stuff like this, but I got them at Target in America, and you can go to Target online. Target, I think, is out of France, I believe, anyway. But these are just really thin shirts, and I bought a bunch of them before I came, not knowing I was going to wear them all the time, because they're actually pretty comfortable and they breathe and they're good. That's the only reason why. And they got some goofy crap on there too, and I am a smart ass, so anyway, I do like the shirts. Most of the shirts I brought, I've given away because they're too hot. So when I go back to visit, I'll probably buy some more funky shirts. Graham Wood asked if I learned to speak Thai here, and how long have I been here? I've been coming back and forth to Thailand since 2010. I've been married to my Thai wife now for 11 or 12 years. Hell, I don't remember. She doesn't remember either. So it's been a while. So, she would teach me as much as she possibly could, have patience for me. And I was studying online like everybody else would, and through books. But I've only been in Thailand living for 8 months now. I've been going to school now for a little over 2 months. Me learning the alphabet really opened the door to making it extremely easy to pronounce Thai words, to say them correctly. Because in Thai language, if you don't say it perfect, they don't know what the hell you're saying. So unless they're used to your accent. And either way, we still have an accent, and unless I've lived here for probably 20 years, I'm probably always going to have an accent. But knowing the letters from going to school, the alphabet and the vowel sounds and all that really helps to pronounce it. Anyway, that's that, 8 months. Backroad Hankering, man, I love that name. Posted, do the ladies ever get hangovers? Yeah, they get hangovers. They don't show it or complain about it. If they do, I don't know what the hell they're saying anyway. So, but yeah, I asked them, like, yeah, we get hangovers. Yeah, they actually know when to stop, but some of the men, they just keep going and keep going until we say, okay, it's time for you to go. But the women do have a limit, at least a 2-bottle limit. Sam the Man asked about monkeys at the zoo, and was wondering about the iguanas being dangerous. He noticed that I didn't get too close to him. He's referring to our little zoo trip in Karat, which was actually pretty fun. We saw some monkeys. Paige is not a big fan of monkeys. A lot of Thai people aren't a fan of monkeys because they're mean. Most of the time when they've encountered monkeys is when they were in school young, and monkeys can be pretty vicious. I've heard a lot of stories from Thai people about how monkeys have pulled their hair, stole their crap, thrown rocks at them, all kind of things. So I like monkeys, but no, we didn't see too many. They were working on most of the place. The iguana, I'm not an iguana expert. I know in South Florida, where I'm originally from, there's a lot of iguanas, and I was stationed in Hawaii for 3 years, and there's a lot of iguanas there. Iguanas are not, I've never seen one attack anybody. The reason why I was approaching that one slow is because I just wanted to get video, and I know it's going to run off. It's not going to attack me. It's just like any lizard or snake, or not really snake, but it's just like any other lizard. You get too close to it and it'll run away. Mija asked, how long have I lived in Thailand, and is it easy to find public restrooms? Because after Thai food, you got to go in about 10 minutes. 8 months I've lived here. Yes, bathroom access in Thailand is extremely easy to find. They do have a lot of paid places where you pay like 5 baht to go use the restroom, or 10 baht to shower if you want to. A lot of public places will let you go in there without any problems and use their bathroom. There's a lot of places in the US that they suck about bathroom facilities. We were in Chicago, and I don't know how come people aren't just peeing all over the streets. There was no bathroom to be found there. I had to go, and I pulled the car over, and I told Paige, hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to the building. Well, the receptionist lady wouldn't let me go in the facility, so I went out another door, and went out another door, and I got lost. I forgot where I was. It took me 30 minutes to find Paige sitting on the side of the street in my car running. I had to go into a Subway sandwich place and I had to buy something to use their bathroom. Anyway, they have a lot of bathrooms here in Thailand. Not a problem. Never had a problem in Thailand. If you just got to pee, hell, just go. Thai people just pull over to the side of the road, and I don't know why, but they walk up. They get out of their car if they're driving, and they walk about 30 feet, and then they pee in the grass instead of peeing by the car. I don't know. But you see people sometimes just peeing out in the open, especially kids. Not like India, where they just drop trousers and do it right there. That's a different story. Let's see. Patty Cake 321 asked, how much do Fulong foreigners pay for auto insurance and health insurance? It's no different for if you're a foreigner or a Thai person. We've got over-the-top insurance for my truck. I got everything you could possibly get. I wanted it to be where if we got into an accident that I could get the repairs done at a Toyota dealership with Toyota parts, instead of the facility that the insurance company recommended. And there's fish jumping right here. 22,000 baht a year is what I pay for insurance. And the health insurance is just like anywhere else. It just depends on your age, what kind of coverage you need. But you can get coverage fairly inexpensive here in Thailand. Most of the doctor visits, you just pay cash for. It's cheap. Insurance is not to be thought of like back in the Western world where you're paying 40% of your weekly check for health care. It's not like that here. It's totally different. So healthcare is important, but you can pay cash for most of your doctor visits. Any kind of major stuff, accident, stuff like that, you want to have insurance, but it's cheap. Insurance usually it's somewhere around $1,200 a year on the average. Let's see, U.S. dollars. Joe Lupro asked if he will need a sweatshirt for winters in Chiang Mai at nighttime in January. I haven't been there. I asked this question to some people that live in Chiang Mai and some Thai people here. They said on the average it gets to be around 15 degrees Celsius, which is cooler temperature. Up in the mountains it gets colder, gets a little frosty. I was here in Top Phnom that time of the year, And there was a couple times out here by the river where I thought, damn, I need a coat. So with the wind was blowing, it seemed like it was about 40 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit. But they say on the average about 15 degrees Celsius. So yeah, I would bring a sweater, you know, for sure. Or you can buy it here. Just leave it here, you know, so you don't have to carry it on the plane. The last question is from the Eyes of Owen. Maybe I should make a theme and have a few Thai words on each video. I tried this before. It didn't last very long. The problem is, and I've mentioned this already in a couple videos, I really enjoy sharing helpful information like that with Thai words. The problem is there's too many critics and I get annoyed easily by that. Because I don't either say it perfectly or I don't write it, I don't translate it in English form that suits them. Here's the problem. It's a tonal language, so if you don't say it correctly, it means nothing. If you know the Thai alphabet, and the Thai word itself also has the tone and it has the vowel sound, so that helps. And a Thai word, if you can read Thai letters, the Thai alphabet, you can say it properly. Problem is a lot of people get their knowledge out of a translation book, and they pronounce it in a way that they think is correct because that's how they see it. So if they've read it in a book, it's got to be right. But if they knew how to actually read Thai, the word doesn't sound like that. It sounds completely different. And even if I show them by getting a Thai person to say it, they still argue with me. It's extremely aggravating. Most of the problem is writing it down in English form. I think some countries use English to spell, but maybe they spell it differently from wherever they're from, and they can't appreciate the fact of where I come from, and that's how I spell it. But I always say, listen to the word and spell it how your brain hears it so that you can try to say it properly. Because if you read some of these translation books, they're very difficult to really get it to say the word right, the way that they spell them, because you're trying to say it the way it's written down. And you know, like, I don't know, I can give you 100 examples right now, but anyway, I don't know, maybe I'll do it and maybe not translate it in my version of English. I don't know. If you have a suggestion, I would love to hear any suggestions to try to do that to benefit you guys. And I don't know. I'm always going to get annoyed from stupid people, but yeah, I don't mind healthy criticism. And I do a lot of things. I never say I'm an expert or anything, and I'm not a teacher. I'm just a new person in Thailand that's trying to share our experiences, and I try to get information from people to try to help them out, because it's difficult to find information on the internet for your specific needs that you're wanting to come to Thailand. So I'm just trying to help people. I'm not trying to be a teacher. But if you have any constructive criticism of how I could do this, if it's something that you want, then share it with me. But anyway, that's about it. Got a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully we're not getting high water here soon. Like I said before, it hasn't flooded in our town in 36 years. So, but a lot of things have changed since then. There's a gigantic dam in China. I don't know, there's a lot of things different. But anyway, I appreciate y'all listening to me, and got a lot more videos to come. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you like the channel, hit like, and leave a comment if you got a question. I try to get that answered as best as possible from research here in Thailand, mostly from Thai people. I haven't been here that long to be an expert on everything, and I probably never will claim to be an expert like some people. So Everybody has different situations and different scenarios, so but I try to get the right information from local people and what I've experienced personally. Have a great day, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.